Hold on here. This thing is... Okay, that looks pretty good. Good afternoon, everyone. Spokane Steve here. It's time again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I got quite a few people waiting today on a Monday. Freaking freezing Monday. Let's take a look at the chat before we get started here. Hello, Michael. Mookie is in his suite. I did not put him there. He did it on his own. Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Franklin, Ben, Kenyon, Kelly. Trent's here. Razor's here. Wow, quite a few people here already. The link that will be in the... I only have one question about the link, Jeff. Do I join that from my laptop or from my phone? That's the only thing I'm a little fuzzy on. Other than that, well, I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Hello there, Mike, and welcome everybody. We've got two contenders here. We got the second and third place team in the National League at the moment playing today. The Philadelphia Phillies at the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Phillies 21-12, a half a game behind the Pirates. The Dodgers 23-15, just one game back. Three teams bunched very tightly atop the National League. The Astros 4 back in fourth place. The Cardinals 4.5 back. And then it's the Cubs 5.5 back. Pitching today, Bob Buell pitching for the Phillies. And an all-time favorite of mine, Don Sutton on the mound for the Dodgers. Let me play around with the lighting here. I'm not happy with this particular setting today. I'll tell you, the way my eyes are today, I may not be happy with any of them. That's a little better. And from the phone, okay. So I just type that link into my phone, or no, I go to YouTube from my phone, go to your channel, and then click on it. I think that's how it works. You can confirm or deny that speculation. Now, I have, this is the backing of a notepad I used as kind of a blotter pad. So I'm not writing right on the wooden desk here. Unfortunately, you can see this. Mookie's trying to pull this up now and chew on it. He also got a hold of yesterday's score sheet, tried to chew that up. So I have to put everything away now as his hunger for paper continues to grow. Or maybe he's just being playful. I don't really know. Sutton was a rookie in 1966. Buell, the veteran, of course, he came over from the Cubs in that big Ferguson-Jenkins trade earlier this season. I'll flip the cards over here. You can take a look at them. Game 346 here. Buell, since coming over, has been fantastic for the Phillies. 2 starts, 2 relief appearances, 1-0. With a 1.53 ERA. He's 1-1 overall. The loss came with the Cubs. Let me see if I can find his combined stats here. One and one, 1.80. 25 innings, only 16 hits allowed, and a dozen strikeouts. For Don Sutton, he's made 9 starts. He's 4-2 with a brilliant 1.97 ERA. 2 complete games, one of them a shutout. 64 innings of work, 59 hits, and 60 strikeouts. Almost a strikeout an inning for the rookie right-hander. And hello there, Kenyon, again. And yeah, that's true. Thanks for pointing that out. Buell, quite possibly the worst hitter in Major League history. So if they could have a pitcher's hitting card worse than a 1, I guess Buell would have it. And greetings to Rick and Rob. My goodness, we've got a big crowd here for a Monday. I have to say I'm a little overwhelmed. All right, let's get to the starting lineup so we'll get this game underway. Oh, back to the pad thing. I ordered a leather, very cheap leather, blotter pad for the desk. It's hopefully one that he will not chew on. That probably will arrive in about a week. For the Phillies, Tony Taylor will lead off at third base. Dick Grote, the shortstop, in the 2 spot. Bill White at first base hits third. Johnny Callison, the cleanup man, is in right. Doug Clemens will play left and hit fifth. Tony Gonzalez is in center. Clay Dalrymple will do the catching and hit 7th. Cookie Rojas, the second baseman, bats 8th with Buell 9th. The Dodgers defensively will have John Roseborough behind the plate. Parker at first, Lefevre and Wills up the middle. Jim Gilliam back in the lineup at third. And the outfield left to right is Davis, and Fairley. Tommy and Willie, respectively, in left and center. Rick Camp, I remember Rick Camp. He's in my 82 replay for Atlanta. So you think he was pretty terrible too, huh, Rick? Yeah, how old was Sutton this year, the rookie? Hall of Famer. Let's take a look here. Just over 20,000 in the ballpark for this one. It was a Tuesday night game. Sutton in 1966 was 21 years old. I have the rookie card with him. It's a shared card. Sutton and Bill Singer on the same card. I mean, it's not a PSA 9 or anything like that, but I'm not into it for that. I'm not all about that. In fact, I got a bunch of cards I like to sell, frankly. They're just a big hassle when I move. I should say when I moved, about a year and a half ago. 2 huge boxes of, I'm like, oh my God, I move this around with me everywhere I go. I still like to get rid of a lot more records and CDs too. I've just got too much stuff that just doesn't get used all that often. Yeah, you know, Rick, I'll tell you. It didn't surprise me at all that Sutton turned into a good broadcaster. In his early days with the Dodgers, he moonlighted as a disc jockey in the off-season. Yeah, that's a fact. And he was pretty good at it. I figured, even as a kid, I thought this guy's going to be a broadcaster when he retires, and sure enough, he did. Robert on Maury Wills. I'm about as big of a Maury Wills fan as anybody, but I'd have to say no on the Hall of Fame thing. In fact, I would say that he should not have been the MVP in 1962. Tommy Davis, Willie Mays, Frank Robinson, to name 3, I think more deserving. If you had that vote today, what do you think would happen? There's an interesting question. And hello, James in Boise. Good choice, James. One of the only 2 dogs I will buy. Anybody care to guess the other? Well, maybe we should play some ball here. A lot of plastic, Mike. Yeah, that's another one. He hasn't got into the plastic yet. Clipboard, well, no, that would get in my way. See, I could do it this way, but then you've got the dice tower. I can't have things sticking up. All right, here's Tony Taylor. I'm really OCD too, in case you guys haven't figured that out already. The cat ate the score sheet, so I had to turn this over to the B side. And James nails it. We have a winner. Yes, sir. And I am right-handed, yes. That's why I'm in my left mind. Because left-handed people are the only ones in their right mind. Wasn't that Bill Lee who said that? Okay, anyway, here's Taylor. Taylor on the season, I'm looking for him. Oh my God, he's down near the bottom, hitting just 197 so far, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. The pitch from Sutton is a 5-4 righty, and we are underway with a ground ball to third base X. Tough play for Gilliam. 4E23 down there. He's moving towards his left, and here's the play on a 20. He's got it. Throws across in time. Nice play, Gilliam. 5-3X, 1 down. And we are underway here on a Monday. Feeling kind of spunky and rejuvenated today. Recovered from the Thanksgiving hangover, I guess. Hopefully you guys have too. Here's Grote now, the batter. Dick Grote, hitting 221 so far, just 1 homer, a dozen RBIs. Sutton with the pitch. That's a 2-4 right-handed, and he pops him up left side. Wills waiting on it and squeezes it for the second out. Was that 65, Rick? I think it was 65 when Zoilo got it. I've never really studied that one, but I'll throw that out to the group too. Go on your baseball reference, look up the season. Who do you think was more worthy of the MVP than Zoilo? And I could be wrong about the 1965, but I think that was the year he won it. Here's Bill White, 2 down, nobody on. White, of course, among the league RBI leaders with 34, comes in hitting 271 with 8 home runs. Left-handed batter, Sutton into the windup. 3-10 right-handed. As a comebacker, Sutton has it, takes a couple steps towards first and tosses it to Parker to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down after half an inning. Philadelphia nothing, Los Angeles coming to bat. I think they're the better of the two if I had to pick one. But those are the only 2 I'll buy. The rest of it's just mystery meat. Okay, as Buell gets loose, let's go over the Dodger lineup. Maury Wills will lead it off at shortstop. Jim Gilliam at third base in the 2 spot. Willie Davis is in center, batting third. Ron Fairley, the right fielder, hits cleanup. Tommy Davis in left hits fifth. Sixth is Jim Lefevre at second base. Wes Parker at first base, and John Roseborough, the catcher, round out the lineup with Sutton batting ninth. The Phillies defensively, Clay Dalrymple behind the dish, White at first, Rojas and Grote up the middle with Taylor down at third, and the outfield Clemens, Gonzalez, and Johnny Callison. Buell ready to work now. Wills comes in at 293. No home runs, just 5 RBIs. 27 runs scored, however. That leads the team. Buell gets the sign from Dalrymple. The pitch to Wills is a 3-9 right-handed. He promptly bangs a base hit up the middle, and Wills is aboard with a leadoff single. So we're going to have to check the Phillies' battery right away. Buell a 0 hold. Dalrymple with a fine -2 arm. That makes Wills a 13. That, for me, has always been the gray area when it comes to stealing. 13 not held. I'm going to let the die decide. Is he going to go? 1 to 3 he goes. He will not steal. So with Wills not being held, they're going to put the hit and run play on with Gilliam. He's a B on a 6. Ground out to second, runners advance 1 base. So that'll be 4-3-C. Wills take second, one away, and here's Willie Davis. So the Dodgers playing some small ball here in the first. Good pitching team, of course. Not a great offensive team. 251 as a team compared to the Phillies' 281 average. And here's Willie Davis. Davis batting .302. 1 homer, 19 RBIs. Buell into the windup. It's a 3-4 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Callison at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Willie Davis. And just like that, the Dodgers jump out in front 2-0. Let's take another look at it. 3-4, it's to 9. He rolls the 1. And for Willie Davis, just his second home run of the season. And Ben nails it. So much for small ball. I tell you, Robert, Davis was a hell of a center fielder. He got a bad rap for the errors in the '66 World Series, but I saw him later on. Maybe not the best at going back on a ball, but he could come in on a ball as well as probably anybody I've ever seen. Oh, and the sight of the 3-dog legging out a triple. That's something I'll never forget. Here's Fairley now. Fairley hitting .252, 4 home runs, 25 RBIs, which is second on the team to Lou Johnson, who's not in the lineup today. Buell into the windup. It's a 5-12 left-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. That's the Gold Glover White. A 1E10 ranging to his right. Here's the play on an 11. That's the E rating. And the roll of a 7 on an E10. He's got it. Flips to Buell covering. And that's 2 away. 3-1X. Nice play, White. And here's Tommy Davis now. Davis leading the club in hitting, although not enough at bats to qualify. He's 15 for 43. That's a 349 average. 1 homer, a dozen ribbies. Here's the pitch now from Buell. It's a 1-6 right-handed, single into right field. So Davis just reached out and poked it the other way. And the Dodgers hitting Buell hard here in the first inning. Tommy Davis, oh, he could run a bit in his younger day, but no longer a threat to steal. Not held at 11. That'll bring up Jim Lefevre. Comes in at .282, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Buell. Buell working out of the stretch now. That's a 5-8 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll do it. The Dodgers score twice on the 2-run homer by Willie Davis. After 1 inning, lead it 2-0. Just getting underway here on a Monday. Pack a lunch, pour a drink, whatever you got to do. Find a comfortable spot and hang out with me for an hour and a half or so. Okay, Sutton getting ready to work in the second inning. Johnny Callison will lead it off for Philadelphia. Callison, the cleanup man, hitting .329 so far. 5 home runs and his 26 RBI, second on the team to White. Sutton gets the sign from Roseboro. There comes the pitch now. It's a 6-9 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to right field. Backing up is Fairley on the track. Makes the catch on a 15. Home run to 9. On the 15, it's a loud out to right. So Callison gave it a ride. Stayed in the park for Fairley, though, and with 1 out, Doug Clemens will be the hitter. Clemens just .226, 7 for 31, part-time player, does not have a home run. The pitch from Sutton. 4-4 left-handed. That's a ground ball to shortstop X. Tough chance for Morey, a 3E27. He's charging it. Slow roller to short on a 6. He's got it and throws him out. Nice play, Wills. 6-3X, 2 down. And here's Tony Gonzalez. The left-handed outfielder comes in at 328, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. Sutton into the windup. That's going to be a 2-6 right-handed, and Gonzalez promptly bangs it into right field for a single. 2-out single Gonzalez. Definitely not a threat to run. 1 through 14 base runner, though, pretty solid in that department. And here's Dalrymple. The left-handed hitting catcher at 309 so far. Does not have a home run, 5 RBIs. Sutton working out of the stretch for the first time. Here's the pitch now on a 4-9 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. Dalrymple trots down to first. Gonzalez moves over to second. And Cookie Rojas will be the batter. Rojas at 256, no homers and 9 RBIs. Sutton, a check of the runners. The wind up, the pitch, curveball, 1-8. Worm killer at the third base. Gilliam's there. Goes down to Lefevre for the force, and that will do it. Whoops, wrong. Beg your pardon. No runs, a hit, 2 left. And there is I love that, Trim. Alongside me is Mookie. He's up in his customary spot in the catbird seat, so to speak. I tell you, Rick, I remember when they were $1.50. And greetings to Philip Reynolds, who's joined us. Looks like the gang's all here today. Haven't seen Frank. And a couple others. The young guy whose name escapes me. The youngster in the crowd. Frank S. Yeah, I know Franklin's here, Ben. Frank S. I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the other Frank. Your other left. That reminds me of another tale, which I will not bore you with right now. Story for another day, perhaps. Can I speak frankly? Allen pinch hit in this game in real life. He had a slight shoulder injury. He's getting closer to returning and is available, of course, to pinch hit, as is anyone in my replay. Wes Parker will lead off the bottom of the second for the Dodgers. He's hitting .275, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. In fact, the 5 home runs tied with Lou Johnson for the team lead. Switch hitter batting left-handed as Buell goes into the windup, comes in there with a 4-6 and walks him. Leadoff walk to Parker. Parker a 14, not held 12. He'll stay put. And here's John Roseboro. Roseboro, 183, 2 homers, 11 RBIs, left-handed hitting catcher. Buell out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch for Roseboro. Fastball, 6-2, shallow fly ball into center. On comes Gonzalez to make the catch. And there's one down. That'll bring up Sutton, a 3-hitting pitcher, right-handed batter, C-bunter, infield back. Sutton will swing away. Buell's pitch on a 6-7, grounder to second base X. This could be 2. Rojas a 2E15. And here's the play. On a 1, he's not going to get that. It's knocked down by Rojas, but he's got nowhere to go with it. And that'll be an infield single for Don Sutton. Holy cow. Parker holds at second. Now, Sutton not known for his hitting. Maybe not as bad as Buell, but you know what I mean. First and second, 1 away. Here's Wills. Wills singled and scored his first time up. Batting lefty against Buell now. It's a 2-8 right-hander. That's going to be a ground ball to first base. White goes down to Grote for the force. Back to first, not in time. That's going to be a 3-6 force. Sutton is erased. Parker takes third. So the Dodgers will have runners at the corners with 2 down, and Jim Gilliam the batter. Gilliam 0 for 1. Buell trying to get out of the jam here in the second. As he comes set, here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 6-4 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Grote. 3E22. Bounding ball to the hole. It's a 2 on a 3. It's a single 2 stars. He can't get it. That's into the outfield. Holy cow, here comes Parker to score. Single Gilliam. Wills will go all the way to third on that one. Give Gilliam an RBI on the play, and that makes it 3-0. So Buell being hurt a little by his defense here in the second. And up steps Willie Davis, who already has a home run today. Buell gets the sign. There's the pitch on a 6-7. It's a grounder to second base X. It's Rojas, 2E15. Another X chance for the Phillies. On an 8, E-range. It's a 7. On a 15, he makes the play, and that will end the inning. 4-3X, nice play, Cookie. Dodgers settle for a run on 2 hits and leave a pair. 2 innings in the books. It's 3-0. I tell you, unless they're a 5 or an 8, I always get surprised when a pitcher gets a hit in this game. I don't know why. I still do after all these years. And welcome Mike Vitt. Yeah, Rob, exactly. Who needs a DH? Yeah, I hear that, Philip. I don't see it happening, though. And speak of the devil, and the devil shall appear. Hello there, Frank. I was just asking about you. Anybody remember the young fella's name who isn't here? He's like 23 years old, by far the youngest guy here. It doesn't show up that way on the YouTube stats for some reason. It still shows under demographics. It shows my entire audience over 55. But I know that isn't true. Here's Buell now, leading off the third. The pitch from Sutton is a 2-2, pops him up right side. Lefevre will take it. 1 away. And we'll move back to the top of the order. Tony Taylor, the batter. Dick Grote on deck. That's it, Kenyon. Thank you. Freeman. Why can't I remember that? Taylor 0 for 1 as Sutton goes into the windup. Breaks off a dandy curve. Uh-oh, that's a re-roll. He fouls it off. Sutton will get a new ball. Don't see that very often, do you? Here's Sutton's next pitch to Taylor. That's a 4-3 righty. It's a fly ball to right field X, fairly on the run. 2-E8. Here's the play. On a 2, he can't get to it. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So we've got a real wicked X chart today as far as hits are concerned, don't we? Taylor a star 15 stealer and Sutton with a poor hold, +4, negated somewhat by Roseborough's -3 gun back there. So you've got a +1 battery. Taylor is 16. They're going to hold him at 14. And he's going to try for the lead with Groat up. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. That's going to be a 10. He does not get the lead. Next pitch to Groat is a 5-3 right-handed. It's a comebacker to the pitcher X. Grounder to the pitcher X. This could be 2. Sutton a 1E13. Here's the play on a 13. It's the error range. An 11 on a 13. It's off his glove for an error. Error Don Sutton. E1. First error of the game. We've had 3 hits off of the X chart, but that's the first error. And Kurt Miller, the opposite argument. No pitchers hitting. I have one thought on it, and that is it allows the manager to take out a pitcher when he feels the pitcher needs to be removed from the game. In other words, he isn't forced to remove a pitcher for a pinch hitter when he would otherwise prefer to let that pitcher keep pitching. That's interesting, Philip, but then you lose the everything divisible by 3 part of the game. First and second, 1 out. Here's Bill White. Sutton in a jam here, partly of his own doing. Checks the runners. The pitch to White is a 2-6 right-handed. That is going to be a 2-star single. Here comes Taylor to score. Groat all the way to third, and it's a 3-1 game. RBI single for White. For White, his 35th RBI of the season. He's a star 17. 18, he's held at 16. And with Callison at the plate, he's going to try for the lead. He needs a 4 or a 6. 7, he does not get the lead. Infield at double play depth. Sutton's pitch from the stretch. That is a 3-12 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Going back is Fairley at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Johnny Callison. And the Phillies take the lead. Groat and White come in to score. 3 RBIs for Callison. For Callison now his 6th home run of the season. And that makes it 4-3 Phillies. So Sutton bitten by the long ball here in the third. And here's Clemens. Clemens 0 for 1. Sutton staring in to get the sign now. The windup and the pitch is a 5-10 left-handed. Fly ball to right field shallow. Here comes Fairley on to make the catch, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Gonzalez. Let's make that 9 a little better. Gonzalez singled his first time up. pitch from Sutton to Gonzalez is a 3-6 right-handed. That's going to be hard hit ball down the line in right. Fairly over to cut it off. Gonzalez rounds heading for second, and he's in there with a double. 3-6 righty, double to 9, the roll of 4. And the Phillies suddenly teeing off on Sutton here in the third. That's going to bring up Dalrymple. Ron Peronowski begins throwing in the Dodger pen. Sutton rated at 7 for endurance. And here's Dalrymple, who walked his first time today. Runner at second, 2 away. Sutton's pitch is a 2-8 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. Dalrymple walks for the second time, and the Phillies will bat around here in the third inning. Cookie Rojas steps in now. First and second, 2 away. Sutton getting the sign now. The pitch to Rojas, a 2-7 right-handed. That's a base hit into center field, an open single. Gonzalez can try to score on that. He's a 14. 2 outs, 16. Davis a -115. They're going to send him. The throw to the plate. He scores. Dalrymple, who would have been a for 1-3. No, he would not advance. He'll hold at second. RBI Rojas. It's an RBI single for Rojas. And that'll bring up Buell. As the Phillies have batted around in the third and plated 5 runs. That's going to send Roseboro out to the mound, try to calm the rookie down. Is that so, Jeff? 1887. Wow. I did not know that. Sutton will work now to Buell. Runners take their lead. The pitch to Buell is a 6-7 right-handed, a grounder to second base X. That's going to be another X chance. This time Lefevre. A 3E17. Here's the play. On a 10, the error range. It's an 8 on a 17, and he makes the play to retire the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split that so I don't have to move the columns over. 5 big runs for the Phillies on, count 'em, 5 hits, 2 left on. He is not in advanced, Bill. He would be in super advanced. And there's Bob. Welcome, Bob. Yeah, this game turned in a hurry. What was thought to be a pitching duel, anything but. Dodgers coming to bat in the bottom of the third will have Fairley, Tommy Davis, and Lefevre. Buell ready to go to work now. Gets the sign from Dalrymple. The pitch to Fairley is a 6-4 left-handed. That's a grounder to shortstop X. Got a lot of X plays today. This one's Grote again, a 3E22. Slow roller charging. It's the E range. It's a 6 out of 22, and it's off of his glove for an error. Holy smoke. First Philly error I tell you guys, this X chart is wicked today. Fairly at first, no threat to steal. And the batter will be Tommy Davis. Davis singled his first time up. Bob Buell working from the stretch now. Comes in there with a 4-7 right-handed. That's a single into right field, 2 stars. Fairly rounds and heads for third. And the Dodgers answer right back and have him cornered with nobody out. Tommy Davis, not a threat to run. And now there's activity in the Phillies pen. Buell made the last out in the third. Knowles was the last man in real life. Dodgers have a lot of switchy lefties in this lineup. The Phillies will get Ray Herbert up. Ray Herbert begins throwing in the Philadelphia pen. 5-3 game here, bottom of the third. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and here's Lefevre batting left-handed. Infield at double play depth as Buell comes set, and from the stretch, the pitch to Lefevre is a 6-9, and that is sliced the other way into left field. That's going to go down the line. Fairley can walk home. Davis can try to score, but an 11. Clemens a plus 112. They will slam the brakes on him. Davis stops at third. RBI double for Lefevre makes it a 5-4 game. And that's going to send Dalrymple out to the mound. Yeah, right, Franklin? This is not what I expected. But it can happen in Strat, right? I say that like I'm surprised, but I mean, when I say it's not what I expected, that happens quite often, really. Okay, they break up the meeting on the mound. Augie Donatelli says, let's play ball, guys. Second and third, nobody out. The Phillies are going to bring the infield in for Parker. Clinging to a 1-run lead, among other things, Parker and A. Butter. Parker walked his first time. The pitch from Buell is a 3-6 right-handed. That is a high fly ball to deep right field. Going back is Callison at the track, at the wall, leaps. It's gone on a 1. Home run, Wes Parker. Holy cow. A 3-run shot by Parker, and the Dodgers have reclaimed the lead 7-5. And here comes Mock, and that's going to do it for Buell. So a quick hook for Buell today. For Wes Parker, that's his 6th home run of the season. He leads the team. The Dodgers really without a pure home run hitter. And Parker leading the team in home runs just serves to illustrate that. So Buell's done. Don't have to worry about the double switch. He made the last out in the top of the inning. And here comes Herbert. Herbert, a backwards right-hander. Seems like a good choice against this lineup. He's been in 9 games. He had 1 start. No record, but a brilliant 1.17 ERA so far in 15 1/3 innings of work. And he's only allowed 12 hits and only 1 walk in 15 innings, 6 strikeouts. It is a very unlikely slugfest at Dodger Stadium. There you go, Frank. Santa Ana wins on May 24th, 1966. And Bob B just stocked up on the Black Friday sale. That's awesome, Bob. Rick grabbed the 63 set. Gosh, that's a set I should have picked that up, Rick. Or the 1980 with Brett. Oh my goodness. Okay, Herbert's about ready to go to work here now. Still nobody out in the third. Roseboro up. The pitch to Roseboro is a 4-7 left-handed, and he walks him. The Phillies yet to retire a man here in the third. And here's Sutton now, a C-bunter. We're going to roll a die in or back. It's in. He's a D, and he's going to lay it down anyway. Sutton squares to bunt. 7D, successful sacrifice bunt. Roseboro to second with one away. And here's the top of the order, Maury Wills. I'm a little stunned by all of these runs, I have to admit. Okay, Wills 1 for 2. Herbert set now. The windup, the pitch to Maury. He's a 5-11 left-hander. It's a grounder down to short. Grote looks the runner back and throws him out 2 away. That'll bring up Gilliam with 2 down. Jim Gilliam 1 for 2 on the day. Herbert pitching to the left-hander. It's a 2-7 right-handed. Fly ball into center. Routine for Gonzalez. And that will retire the side. 4 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, of course, a 3-run home run by Wes Parker. After 3 innings of play, it's 7-5 Dodgers. Who'd have predicted that? Not me, that's for sure. So Buell's out of the game. Let's see how long they're going to go with Sutton. Phillies batted around on Sutton in the third. Top of the lineup for the Phils. Tony Taylor started off. Taylor 1 for 2. Sutton into the windup. The pitch to Taylor's a 4-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that's the first strikeout of the game on either side. And we're in the 4th inning. Here's Grote now, 0 for 2. Sutton gets the sign from Roseboro. The pitch is a 2-8 right-handed, pops him up left side. Gilliam makes the catch, 2 down. Roseboro flashing the signs, Sutton nodding, and here's the pitch to Bill White. It's a 5-10 left-handed, shallow fly ball into right, on comes Fairley, and Sutton settles down with a 1-2-3 fourth. I keep forgetting that Frank is in Florida. Yeah. Snowbirding it, right, Frank? Some interesting trivia about Grote from Bill Ivamy. I tell you, speaking of weather, I went grocery shopping this morning. Oh, around 11. It was still 30 degrees out. And a bit of a wind chill on top of that. It was freaking cold out there. It felt colder than 30. Herbert will come out for his second inning of work. Heart of the order up for the Dodgers. Davis, Fairley, and Davis. Willie, 1 for 2 with a home run. Herbert into the windup. That's going to be a 6-7 left-handed. A ground ball to second base X. Another X chance for Rojas, the 2E15. Here's the play on a 6. Nice play, Rojas. Throws him out. The second time Willie's hit one to Rojas on the X chart. And here's Ron Fairley. Fairley 0 for 2 on the day. Herbert into the windup. Pitch to Fairley's a 1-5 righty. It's a single to 9 on a 14. That liner speared at second by Rojas. 2 plays made by the second baseman, 2 down, and here's Tommy Davis. Davis 2 for 2 today. Looks like he's the only right-hander in the lineup to face Herbert. Herbert will face him. Here's the pitch on a 5-10. It's a shallow fly ball to left. On comes Clemens. He makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ray Herbert. So 2 fine innings by Ray Herbert to settle things down. Sutton also appears to have settled down. And after 4 innings complete, it's 7-5 Dodgers. I'll bet they do, Rick. Here in Spokane, we won't be seeing any 50s for quite some time. Callison, Clemens, and Gonzalez, 3 left-handed hitters due up here for the Phillies as we go to the 5th inning. Sutton getting the sign now. The pitch to Callison is 212 right-handed, and he hits him. Oh my goodness. Remember, Callison homered his last time against Sutton. Retaliation, perhaps? Callison goes down to first. Star 15, 16 with the battery. He'll be held at 14. The 9 automatic caught will be enough to discourage him from attempting the lead, and Doug Clemens will hit away. Peronowski is ready in the Los Angeles pen. Clemens 0 for 2 on the day as Sutton, working out of the stretch, comes in there with a 3-12, a grounder to shortstop. Wills to Lefevre for 1, and that's all they'll get. Callison came in hard on the slide. Lefevre had to eat it. So a 6-4 force. Clemens first with 1 down. And here's Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez 2 for 2, singled and doubled so far. Came around to score in the 3rd. Exactly, Bill. Here's Sutton's windup, and the pitch to Gonzalez is a 5-10 left-handed. It's a shallow fly ball into right field. Fairly coming on fast now. Still coming. Just does catch up with it for the out. And here's Dalrymple. Dalrymple walked both times today. Sutton staring in. Now the pitch to play is a 5-5 left-handed. It's a fly ball to straightaway center. Davis backing up a bit, and he hauls it in to retire the side. No runs, no hits, a man left. With Lefevre, Parker, and Roseboro due, Herbert will come out for a 3rd inning of work. He's rated 3 for endurance, so this would be an inning of potential fatigue for Ray Herbert. And before we get started, let me take a short break and top off my coffee, and we'll catch up on the chat. warm that up. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm laughing at Rick's comment. I tell you guys are making me nostalgic for those California Christmases. I got to have one in 22 when I snowbirded it down to Morro Bay. That was nice. Is that a real place, Frank? And if so, where is it? Hello, Bradford Falls. The Fever will be leading it off for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Jim is 1 for 2 today. Herbert gets the sign. The pitch is a 1-7 right-handed, and he walks him. Leadoff walk to Lefevre. Not a threat to run. Endurance inning for Herbert. And Rick Wise begins to toss in the Philly pen. Parker, of course, the big blow in the game. 3-run homer in the third. Matching Callison's 3-run blast in the top of the inning. Herbert working out of the stretch now. That's going to be a 1-7. That's a base hit into right field. Lefevre can try to go to third. A 1 through 12, but Callison with a -4 cannon out there thinks better of it. He'll round and hold at second. And now a hit or a walk will fatigue Herbert. Here's Roseboro, 0 for 1 with a walk. Dalrymple's going out to the mound. Just checking on Herbert. He says he's fine. We'll see. Now back behind the plate, flashing some signs as Herbert comes set. The pitch to Johnny Roseborough's a 2-11 right-handed. It's a grounder down to first base. White of first. White has it. His only play is to Herbert covering. And both runners will advance on the ground ball C. That'll bring up Sutton, second and third, one down. Phillies will bring the infield in here. Thinking this one over for a second. Sutton's going to swing away. The pitch from Herbert is a 6-6 right-handed, a single to two, but on a 19, that liner is speared at short by Dick Grote. A little soft liner to Grote. Throws over to third. Lefevre back to the bag in time. And with 2 away, the hitter will be Wills. Where is the box score? Wait, what's going on now? Am I lagging? Should be the bottom of the fifth. And that's what Ben's seeing. Okay. Moment of confusion for me there. Second and third, 2 down. Here's Maury. The pitch from Herbert is a 2-7. Shallow fly ball to center. On comes Gonzalez to make the catch, and the Dodgers strand to 2. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 5 innings in the books. And the score still 7-5. That'll be it for Herbert. He worked 3. Let's catch up on the scorekeeping here. Buell 2+. 4, 5. 8 hits. Holy cow. All the runs charged to Buell. He walked 1, did not strike out anyone. Herbert worked 3. Gave up just 1 hit, no runs. Walked 2. Also did not strike out anyone. Boy, you would never see that. In today's game, I mean. Dodgers have gone 5 innings without striking out. Fine job by Herbert in relief. Wise will be the next man in as he gets loose. And it will be Rojas, a pinch hitter, and Taylor. Rojas 1 for 2. Sutton gets the sign. It's a 3-9 right-handed grounder to shortstop. Wills will take it. Throw to Parker. 1 away. Let's see who we're going to bat with now. Phillies will send up Harvey Keene to bat for the pitcher. He pinch hit in this game in real life. As did Dick Allen, saving Dick Allen for a potentially more dramatic situation. Or what they would call today a more high leverage situation. Keane in the replay, 13 for 37. That's a 351 average. Does not have a home run. Sutton gets the sign. The pitch to Harvey is a 3-3 righty. Grounder down to first. Parker will take it himself, and quickly there's 2 down. And the batter will be Tony Taylor. Tony 1 for 3 today. Sutton getting the sign from Roseboro now. The pitch to Taylor is a 6-9 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Davis at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Tony Taylor. How about that? Let's take another look. It's a 6-9 righty, 1-4. Taylor has the power against righties, not so against lefties, but yes, against righties, and he rolls the 2. And for Tony Taylor, his 3rd home run of the season. And that makes it a 1-run ball game. That's going to bring up Grote. Sutton taking his time now, gets the sign, the windup. The pitch is a 1-8 grounder down to third base, backhanded by Gilliam, throws across in time. That'll end the inning, but the Phillies tack on a run here on a home run by Taylor to make it a 7-6 ball game. And in comes Rick Wise. Boy, I tell you what, it does feel like last man standing. Wise in the replay, 3-0 with 2 saves and a 2.12 ERA in 17 innings of work. We used to say in these kind of games, whoever scores last wins. That's how it feels today. Here's Wise now, ready to go to work. Gilliam, Davis, and Fairley do. Here's Gilliam now, 1 for 3 on the day. The right-hander staring in. Here's the windup and the pitch to Gilliam. It's a 3-9 right-handed. He pops him up on the right side. That'll be Rojas. Rojas makes the catch, 1 down. Here's Willie Davis now, 1 for 3. It was a big one, home run in the first. Since then, he's bounced to second twice. The pitch from Wise is a 6-6 left-handed. It's a fly ball into straightaway center. Gonzalez is there. Can of corn for Tony. And 2 down quickly here in the 6th. That'll bring up Fairley. 0 for 3 on the day. Wise ready now. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be a 6-8 left-handed. That's blasted deep into center field. Gonzalez going back. It's over his head. That's going to go to the wall. Gonzalez picks it up, fairly rounds, and holds with a double. 2-out double by Fairley. And that'll get Tommy Davis up to the plate. Davis 2 for 3 today. Rick Wise getting the sign now. The pitch is a 6-9 right-handed, a grounder down to third base. 2-hopper backhanded by Taylor. He throws across in time, and that will do it for the Dodgers in the 6th. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. We've completed 6. It's 7-6 Dodgers. It's the battle for second place. Actually, for the Phillies, if the Phillies could win, I think that would tie them. They would move into a tie for first with a win. If the Dodgers were to hold on, they would leapfrog the Phillies into second. That's how tight it is at the top of the National League standings at the moment. For Sutton, his first endurance inning here, he's a 7. In some ways, surprising he's made it this far. And it will be the heart of the order for the Phillies, White, Callison, and Clemens. White 1 for 3 on the day as Sutton gets the sign. Here's the pitch to White now. It's a 5-8 lefty, grounder to second base. Routine play for Lefevre. He grabs it and throws him out. Callison 1 for 2, a 3-run blast in the 3rd, and then was drilled by a Sutton pitch in the 5th. Sutton staring in to get the sign now. The pitch to Johnny Callison is a 1-3 right-handed. It's a 2-hopper to first. Parker scoops it up and runs it to the bag. That'll bring up Clemens with 2 down. Clemens 0 for 3 on the day. 2-8 righty, he loses him ball 4. A 2-out walk to Clemens. Sutton could be getting near the end of the line here. 7 innings, but he's thrown a lot of pitches today. Gonzalez 2 for 3. Brewer and Regan throwing. Sutton from the stretch. The pitch to Tony is a 6'10 left-handed. It's going to be a fly to center field X. It's a tough chance for Willie Davis. Davis, a 2E12. He's going back on the ball. Still going back. On a 13, he makes a nice running catch, and that retires the side. 8X, side retired. No runs, no hits, a man left as we stretch for the 7th inning stretch. It is 7-6 Los Angeles. With Sutton due to bat 4th in the inning. That could be it for Sutton. Hello, Gerald. Welcome aboard. It's a wild one today here at Dodger Stadium. The lights are on. Of course, the lights have been on. It was a night game. Checking on the Mookie stretch. Not much stretching going on for Mookie there. Gerald, to answer your question, 2 home runs on each side today. Let me get lined up again here. Rick Y is coming out for his 2nd inning of work, and Jim Lefevre will lead it off for LA. 1 for 2 with a walk. Y is into the windup. It's going to be a 2-9 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to right field. Callison backs up just short of the track and hauls it in. It's a loud out for Jimmy Lefevre. 1 away. And here's Parker. Parker has not been retired today. He walked in the 2nd, had a 3-run homer in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. Y is into the windup. That's a 2-4 right-handed. Grounder down to 1st. White has it. Takes it to the bag. 2 down quickly. And the batter will be Roseboro. Roseboro 0 for 2 with a walk. Y is into the windup now. That's going to be a 1-5 right-handed fly ball into right field. Can of corn for Callison. And 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers in the 7th. That makes it, excuse me, it makes it a little bit of a tough decision, as I would have hit for Sutton here. Can we double switch with somebody? They're going to go to the Vulture. Nate Oliver will come in and take over at second base. He'll bat ninth. Pitcher will go in Lefevre's spot. You got that right, Kenyon. Holy cow. He had 12 runs. 1 run since. And it was Earl's favorite type of game. There was a whole section on the Ken Burns baseball devoted to Earl Weaver. I really enjoyed that. It'll be Dalrymple, Rojas, and a pinch hitter for the Phillies against Phil Regan. Regan comes into the game. Let's look at his numbers. 3-0, 7 saves, 3.27 in 22 innings of work. Dalrymple 0 for 1 has walked twice. Regan stares in. His pitch to the lefty. 5-9 left-handed is a grounder down to first. Parker takes it to the bag. 1 down, and here's Cookie Rojas. Rojas 1 for 3 today. Regan into the windup. Pitch to Cookie. This is 6'8 right-handed. A liner right into the glove of Maury Wills. Liner to short with 2 out, nobody on. Look who's coming to bat. That's right, none other than Dick Allen. Allen, who should be getting close to coming back to the lineup soon, I would think. I think it was mid-late May he returned. Allen on the year, 24 for 58. That's a .414 batting average with 5 home runs and 15 RBIs. He's the tying run at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Regan into the windup. The pitch to Dick Allen on a 5-11 is a fly ball to right field, fairly deep, fairly backs up, just shy of the track, hauls it in. And 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies in the 8th. Wise has worked 2. He's a 3 rated reliever. He'll start the inning. Darryl Knowles getting loose. Knowles has been used a lot lately, but in a close game like this, we're going to throw caution to the wind. If they need him, we'll use him. Oh, that's right, we hit for Wise. Never mind. Thank you, Mike. Let's not do that again. So we will need a pitcher. It's right switch. Let's see what else we can go to here. Yeah, in a game this tight, it's going to have to be Knowles. The only other possibility would be Culp. Ray Colt, pretty good against right-handers, but he's a nightmare against lefties. So we can close the book on Wise. Thanks again to Mike C. Wise in 2 innings gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, again, no strikeouts. I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh, I take it back. No. Lefevre struck out in the first. Okay. Never mind. What's wrong with this thing now? Is it out? So that should be 1 strikeout for Buell. Nate Oliver will lead it off. He came in that double switch. Good field, no hit infielder. He's hitting .225 in 80 at-bats. Does not have a home run. Knowles, the lefty, settles in. The windup and the pitch. 6'5" right-handed. That's a triple to 5. That's for extra bases. Oh my goodness, on a 7, he's going to round and hold at second with a long double. For the unlikely extra base power of Nate Oliver, I got to look at the card now. 119 at bats, he had 2 doubles, did not have a triple or a home run. It got jammed, Franklin. Yeah, I had to wind it forward. I can see there's a ton of it left in there. Here's Morey now, 1 for 4 on the day. He'll turn around and bat righty against Knowles. Knowles checks the runner. Now the pitch to Wills is a 1-6. Cut the corner, strike 3 called. Home plate umpire rings Wills up. And here's Gilliam. Gilliam 1 for 4 on the day. He'll also turn around and bat right-handed against Knowles. Knowles set now. It's a 2-10 lefty, and he loses in ball 4. So Knowles, probably the Phillies' best reliever, is in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 8th. First and second, 1 down. And Willie Davis will be the hitter. Davis 1 for 4 with a home run in this one. Left on left, Knowles delivers. 1-7, grounder down to first. White goes down to Grote for 1. Back to first, not in time. That'll be a 3-6 force. Gilliam erased. Oliver goes down to third. And the batter will be Fairley. Fairley 1 for 4. Knowles, a check of the runners, now delivers from the stretch. On a 6-9, he walks him to load the bases. Second walk of the inning by Knowles. And up comes Tommy Davis. 7-6 Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers have loaded the bases with 2 out. Tommy Davis, the hitter. He is 2 for 4 today. And that's going to send Dalrymple out to the mound. Nobody throwing in the Philly pen. Knowles came into this game 4-1 with 3 saves and a microscopic 1.01 ERA, but he's in a jam here. Facing Tommy Davis. Checks the runners, the windup. The pitch is a 6-8, and he walks him to force in a run. Can you believe this? Oliver crosses the plate. That's an RBI for Davis. 3 walks in the inning for Knowles. He came into the game having only walked 5 in 27 innings. Now it's decision time for the Dodgers with an 8-6 lead. Their relief ace on the mound. He's a 2-hitter, by the way. They're going to trust it to Regan, their best reliever. Right-handed hitter, 2W. Here's the pitch on a 6-4. It's a grounder to short. Grote charges it, throws to first, and that will do it. Dodgers pick up an insurance run on 1 hit with the aid of 3 walks issued by Knowles, and they take an 8-6 lead to the 9th inning. Looking at them defensively, they could do a couple of things, actually. John Kennedy will replace Gilliam at third. Kennedy also appeared in this game in real life. And Lou Johnson will come in left, replacing Tommy Davis. And we go to the 9th inning. Phillies trail by 2. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Wow, really good crowd on hand today. Phil Regan now trying to notch his 8th save of the season. Top of the order for the Phillies. Tony Taylor started off. He's 2 for 4 with a home run in this one. Regan into the windup. The pitch to Taylor is a 4-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Wicked breaking ball. Taylor just over the top of it. 1 away, and the batter will be Grote. Grote 0 for 4 today. Regan gets the sign. Pitch to Grote is a 1-4. It's a 2-hopper to third. Backhanded there by Kennedy, who fires it over to Parker for the out. And the Phillies down to their last out. And that will be Bill White. White 1 for 4 with the ribby. Regan getting the sign from Roseboro. Here's the windup. The pitch to White. It's a 3-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that's the ball game. Regan, 6 up, 6 down. 8-6 the final score. What a freaking game. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Kenyon. Rick, Frank, Ben, James, Mike, everybody. Franklin, thank you. Thank you, guys. That was a crazy game. As Kenyon pointed out, 12 runs scored in the first 3 innings, and then it settled down. Sutton, not as sharp as he has been today, but he gets the win. He's 5-2. Regan picks up the save, his 8th. Sutton in his 7 innings of work. 7 hits, 6 runs. At least 1 is unearned. Let's recreate this. Out, single, out. Unearned run. 2 of the runs unearned for Sutton. At least I think that's right. If not, the computer game will correct it when I enter it manually. He walked 3 and hit a batter. Little battle with the control there for Sutton. And also very un-Sutton-like, only struck out 1. Reagan in 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down. 2 strikeouts. Knowles in his lone inning of work, a hit and a run. He walked uncharacteristically 3 and struck out 1. Only 5 strikeouts in the game combined for both teams. Again, a far cry from today's game. So that would make the totals. The Dodgers in winning 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The Phils 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Player of the game, Parker. 2 for 3, 3-run homer. That was the big blow in the game. I'm inclined to agree with that. Player of the game is Wes Parker, or as Jeff would say, Pretty Boy Parker. That may be the only time he gets it this year, so yeah, why not? Parker, other than that one season where for some reason he hit like crazy, more of a glove first baseman, right? Not really the kind of bat you would want to have at first base, or at least that I would want to have. Let's take a look ahead on the schedule, and then I'll get out of here. Tomorrow we'll have the California Angels at the New York Yankees. It'll be Jack Sanford for the Angels. Whitey Ford will take the mound for New York. Again, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, 2:30 Steve time. I'm going to confuse everybody with that. I confuse enough people with that as it is. Well, that's about it for me. That's the wrap, folks. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great evening. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you later.